For years, German soldiers were taught that capture by the Americans meant starvation, humiliation, and a slow disappearance into a hostile land. But when the first transport ships crossed the Atlantic in 1944, carrying thousands of Wehrmacht prisoners from collapsing fronts, they found a quiet paradox waiting for them. Arriving in New York, Norfolk, and Boston thin, sunburned, exhausted, they saw what no one had prepared them for: order. Abundance. A nation overflowing with what their own homeland could no longer produce. After years of fighting on two fronts, America's fields were full, its factories alive, its trains moving without pause. The meaning was obvious. A country that could feed its enemies had no fear of how the war would end. In POW camps across Texas, Nebraska, Georgia, and the Carolinas, the rules were unmistakable. Under the 1929 Geneva Convention, prisoners received the same caloric intake as American troops. Not similar. The veterans from North Africa and Normandy were handed plates of meat, vegetables, butter, soft bread, and strong coffee meals some hadn't tasted since before the war. For men raised on ration cards and ersatz substitutes, it felt unreal. Letters home captured the shock. Some wrote that they were treated like human beings, a quiet condemnation of the world they had left behind. Others noticed the indifference of their captors, neither proud nor cruel, simply following a system built on order rather than hatred. In a war defined by ideology, such practical generosity was more disarming than any weapon. There were still moments of tension escapes, punishment, discipline, but the truth was unmistakable. The United States fed its prisoners better than many German cities fed their civilians in 1944. The imbalance was impossible to ignore. Abundance had become a kind of power, a message, a reminder that wars are won not just by courage or fury, but by the endless trains and harvests that keep nations alive. Many prisoners later admitted that meals, more than speeches or interrogation, changed their understanding of the war, because food carries meaning. Food reveals strength. Food exposes the divide between nations rising and nations collapsing. When the camps finally closed and the prisoners went home, many carried a memory that contradicted everything they had believed. An enemy who fed them well, even as the world burned. Abundance, not ideology, won the war. And for thousands of German soldiers, a warm plate of food in a quiet American camp was the moment they understood that truth.